Take a slow breath in. And let it go. Because today, you are about to hear something important. Something you may have been waiting for, without even knowing it. If Buddha lived in 2026, what would he tell you about stress? About your racing mind? About the pressure that follows you from morning to night? About the notifications, the expectations, the deadlines, the noise? Listen carefully. Because the answer is not complicated. It's simple. Human. Practical. And deeply freeing. In this video, you will hear the exact way Buddha would understand your stress in 2026. The one mistake most people make that intensifies suffering. And the ancient yet modern wisdom that can calm your mind today. So, sit. Breathe. Let's begin. Imagine this. You wake up. Your phone lights up before your eyes even open. Messages. Emails. News. Social media. More information than a monk in ancient India saw in a lifetime. If Buddha stood next to you in that moment, he wouldn't shake his head. He wouldn't judge. He would simply ask one quiet question. Why do you let your mind be pulled before your breath even arrives? He'd see your stress, your pressure, your tension. Not as a personal failure, but as the natural result of a world that never stops. He would say, your mind is not broken. It is overwhelmed. And overwhelmed minds don't need perfection. They need space. Pause here. And let me ask you something. What is the biggest source of stress in your life right now? Is it your mind? Your workload? Your relationships? Or something you can't quite name? If you feel comfortable, share it in the comments. Your words may help someone else feel less alone. And reading others may remind you that we're all walking through this together. In 2026, we think stress comes from work, or people, or situations. But Buddha would gently correct you. He would say, stress arises from the mind's resistance to reality. Not from the situation itself, but from the story we tell about it. This shouldn't be happening. I can't handle this. Why is this happening to me? These small sentences create a storm inside the mind. And the storm grows louder than the world around you. He would remind you. You cannot always choose the world. But you can choose the meaning you give it. Buddha would see your fast life. Your moving mind. Your rushing breath. He would not ask you to meditate for 1 hour. He would start with one simple practice. The pause. One breath. One still moment. One quiet second between reaction and response. He would say, in a single pause lies the end of unnecessary suffering. When you pause, your nervous system resets. Your thoughts slow down. Your awareness returns. Your emotions soften. Your stress loses its grip. Just a pause. Small. Simple. Powerful. Try it now. One gentle breath. In. Out. That's all. You've already begun. Buddha would describe your stress with an ancient metaphor. The first arrow is the event. The problem. The difficulty. The challenge. But the second arrow is what your mind adds on top. Worry. Fear. Overthinking. self-judgment, imagining the worst. He would tell you, you cannot avoid every first arrow, but you can refuse the second. When your boss criticizes you, that's the first arrow. When your mind says, I'm not good enough, that's the second. When life gets hard, that's the first. When your thoughts begin to attack you, that's the second. Choosing not to fire the second arrow is one of the greatest skills of a peaceful mind. If Buddha lived in 2026, he would see how crowded your mind has become. He would say, your mind is full. Not because you are weak, but because you haven't emptied it. He would guide you to create space. Not by escaping the world, but by softening your grip on it. He would ask you, what are you holding that does not belong to you? What expectation is tightening your chest? What pressure have you accepted without questioning it? You don't need more strength. You need less burden. Let things fall from your mind, the way leaves fall from a tree. Quietly. Naturally. Choosing freedom over control. Buddha would look at your busy life with compassion. He would remind you, the mind suffers when it lives everywhere except here. Stress blooms when your attention is scattered. Racing toward the next task. Revisiting the past. Imagining every possibility. Trying to be perfect in everything. He would say, come back. Come back to this moment. Come back to this breath. Not to escape life, but to meet it fully, without fear. A mind that is present cannot be stressed at the same time. Presence is the end of mental chaos. If Buddha saw your endless to-do lists, your digital overload, your emotional exhaustion, he would give you one quiet teaching. Peace begins where excess ends. He would ask you to simplify your expectations, your self-criticism, your digital noise, your emotional attachments, your need to please everyone. Life becomes lighter when the unnecessary is put down. Stress dissolves when the essential is all that remains. If he stood in front of you right now, in this modern, fast, hyper-connected world, he would place one hand on your shoulder and say with kindness, you are not failing. You are overloaded. Let's begin again. He would guide you back to the peace already available inside you. Back to a breath. Back to awareness. Back to inner space. Back to the quiet place that stress cannot reach. Because peace is not something you find. It's something you return to. Take one last slow breath. Let it soften your thoughts. Let it calm your chest. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone you care about. Someone who might be carrying more than their heart can hold. And if you want more Buddhist wisdom, more calm reflections, and more gentle guidance for your inner world, subscribe to the channel. It supports the journey. It supports the message. And it supports your own path toward peace. Thank you for watching. Take care of your mind. Take care of your heart. And remember, peace is always one breath away.